Like polyamorous relationships and shit, I think it's a little bit overrated, kind of, you know, it's kind of just...
I think it's great. I like to fuck a lot.
Fetching hats.
It's my magic.
Awesome. Shall we?
So dig this.
You know, people say that 80% of car accidents happen within 5 miles of the home.
Fucking true. They also say that 73% of all statistics that poets use are made up while writing poetry.
Interesting. They say the 2 leading causes of breakups are
money
and infidelity.
Well, having never cared too much for money, my relationships most often end from my penis's curious nature and having shitty friends. After coming back from shopping for wedding rings, I caught my girlfriend banging my next door neighbor. She later informed me that this was actually my fault for not paying more attention to her.
Oh, damn. Yeah. About a month into dating, this little Santa Cruz cutie told me that she couldn't tell any difference in intimacy between a hug and a blowjob. Considering this, I thought 2 things. 1, commitment is going to be tricky.
But 2,
I may have stumbled onto a winner.
So, after falling in love with a girl who was on her way to Europe, who also had a thing for accents, I started scrambling for ways to avoid being cheated on.
When she mentioned the idea of polyamory, I saw my eventual jealousy and heartbreak evaporate. This distant connection we were speeding towards put on hold, but
love sucks.
And eventually,
so polyamory,
defined as many loves, the heart, more complicated than scientists give it credit for.
More indecisive than a 4-year-old in a candy store.
Polyamory was not our fuckfest plan to lay her circle of friends, more a detour from the collision course of finding out
they don't love you enough to stay faithful. There's no easy way to survive a car crash.
No relationship escapes ending,
infidelity,
or dying.
Impermanence is the fundamental nature of all sentient existence.
And it fucking sucks! I've been to Burning Man enough times to have that shit tattooed on my cliche list. I've realized
polyamory is no more the enlightened way to love than coating your dick in plier dust is a prevention for herpes. Not being able to cheat
doesn't stop the ability to leave.
So why do we still try?
What is the point of racing to a brick wall finish line? This throbbing destiny of twisted smoke.
Thought this was the way to avoid building our house in the middle of a freeway.
We can't stop our mechanic hands from constructing inevitable destruction.
It's referred to as
planned obsolescence.
Maybe this is why we dread saying I love you and meaning it. Hearts are glass.
Glass is breakable.
Breakable things get broken.
Whether monogamous
or polyamorous,
we are all on the losing end of statistics. 100% of relationships end. Broken hearts are as unavoidable as death.
Love is a cold touch with warm skin.
2 bodies colliding.
One mistaking sweat
for superglue.
Genuflecting hands eventually release.
The skin of palms torn from each other.
You cannot call a dandelion lucky until it dies.
And a turkey bone must only grant a wish till it breaks. After the 100th movie reel replay of your car accident has ended.
In the fluttering status, you notice yourself looking back,
marinating in the beauty of lessons learned,
and hoping for an honorable mention in the credits. Love is a bungee jump, why the fuck not?
The point
is avoiding the end.
The purpose
is enjoying the fall.
Conjure the courage to hop yourself off the cliff of maybe.
Clutching the lie that this is all about the other person.
When I say
I love you,
I really mean
am I worth loving?
I now avoid driving on highways with clearly defined lanes.
Who lives in assault flats?
Who wants to camp on the playa when the party has ended?
When the bass withers have echoed.
When your paper-thin hands have nothing to hold but a bedpan and a button to call the nurse.
Will you ever look back and reconsider your investments?
Who wants to spend the next 50 years fucking the same person?
But who wants to have orgies at 80?
You could always just swear off love and sex entirely, right?
Celibacy! Fuck that!
If you have never white-knuckled towards death wearing nothing but a spark-spitting grin,
I question whether you have ever truly lived.
If every form of love ends in a catastrophe, we can judge the merit of our lives' impact by the amount of glass we pick out of our bloody scalp and how big we smile while we do so.